What's up? It's Enigma Hood. There is a game called Flappy Birds for mobile devices, Android, iOS, etc. And this game was released about a month ago, I guess, and it became really popular in a short period of time. It was developed by just one guy, one Vietnamese guy whose name escapes me at the moment. It might have been Dong Nguyen or something like that. Anyway. It has very simplistic gameplay. It's a mobile game. It's just designed to keep you entertained for 2 seconds while you're at the waiting room at the doctor's office. He doesn't charge any money for his game. You can download it for free, and it just has some ads, and that's it. And ads don't interfere with the gameplay at all, and the objective of the game is just to fly through some pipes. Now, a lot of people have been harassing the developer and basically just shitting all over this guy for doing nothing more than producing a video game. And I'm a huge defender of indie developers. I think that indie development is fantastic. We need more indie developers out there making games. This is not the first time this has happened. Some fuckers went after the developer of Fez, and actually there was some quote-unquote professional journalists who were actually harassing that guy as well and bullying him. And as a result of their incessant harassment, he left. He left the games industry and stopped making video games. This is a man that could have produced more awesome content, more awesome video games. But he chose not to due to incessant harassment from a bunch of fucking assholes. Now, there's this guy named AlphaOmegaSin, who I used to respect. I used to be subscribed to him, and I used to enjoy watching his videos. He made a video about Flappy Birds just today. And he was reporting on how the developer was taking down his game as a result of all of this bullying and harassment. And I managed to watch about half of that video before I couldn't take it anymore. AlphaOmegaSin was basically doing the same exact fucking thing that all of these internet trolls were doing. He was lambasting the developer for creating an unoriginal game that has simplistic gameplay. Now, we're all entitled to our opinions, and guess what? I'm entitled to mine, too. And I can criticize what you say. To criticize a video game for being a ripoff of something else, in my opinion, is one of the dumbest fucking things that you could ever criticize a video game for. Newsflash! We are living in a world where video games are constantly being influenced by other video games. How many Pac-Man clones were there? How many asteroid clones were there? How many alien invaders clones were there? Space invaders, whatever the fuck it's called. How many clones of GTA were there? How many? And guess what? One of my favorite video games of all time, God of War, is in fact a ripoff of another game called Rygar for the PlayStation 2. If you don't believe me, just look it up. Rygar for the PlayStation 2. Look up the videos on YouTube. It's the same fucking game. So one of my favorite games is in fact a ripoff. And guess what? That's one of AlphaOmegaSin's favorite games too. So you are being a hypocrite when you're lambasting one game that you allege ripped off other games. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't give a fuck if it is or not. It's not important. But at the same time, you are enjoying another series of video games that is a ripoff of another game, Rygar. You are a hypocrite. You cannot, that is a completely untenable position. You can't tell me that it's okay for God of War to rip off Rygar, but it's not okay for Flappy Birds to allegedly rip off another game. I don't give a fuck. What else is new? How many games out there are purely original content? How many? I don't even think that's possible. It's unfathomable. And this is a game that has very simplistic content. So inevitably, whether it was intentional or not, it's probably going to be very similar to other very simplistic games. You can make this kind of game on Flash or something like that. And people have been making simplistic games for years. His other criticism was that it wasn't a real game. I'm going to spend my time playing real games. You fucking douchebag. What the hell does that even mean? There is no such thing as a real game. You have something that produces entertainment, a program. That's good enough. It doesn't matter what the fuck it is. Pong is a real game. All it involves is two paddles that move and a fucking square in the middle. It's not even a ball that moves around. And that's enough. This game just involves a bird and some pipes, and then you tap the screen in order to make them fly. It's addictive. And if people can derive some enjoyment out of it, I don't give a fuck if it's simplistic or not. If it kills time at the doctor's office, hey, that's the perfect kind of mobile game. I'd love to play a game like that at the doctor's office. I make it a point to get those kinds of games for my cell phone because those are the kinds of games that I would want to play on my cell phone when I'm at the doctor's office or someplace else where I'm just trying to kill some time. And guess what? The game is free. So what the fuck are you complaining about? If you don't like it, don't play it. No, instead what you need to do is you need to go on the fucking internet and you need to harass and bully someone. Freedom of speech is perfectly fine, but there is a line. And the line is when you start harassing someone incessantly to the point of where he needs to take his game offline because of this harassment and bullying. That is not acceptable. I will never defend that kind of behavior. And fuck you, AlphaOmegaSin, for being part of that. You just drove a video game developer off the network. Congratulations. What the hell is the matter with you? Just don't play the game. Why are you ruining it for other people? Even when I was bashing Duke Nukem Forever, I had legitimate criticism. But no matter what, I was hoping Duke Nukem Forever would be a good game. Because that's what I care about in the end. I want good games to come out. I don't give a fuck who makes it. I don't give a fuck about whether or not they're making money off of it. Actually, I would prefer if they make a good game, I want them to be rewarded for it. And this guy, he made an addictive game that accomplished what he wanted it to do. So he deserves to be rewarded for it. There was some fucking idiot online who was saying he should donate his money to charity. Why the hell should he do that? How would you like it if someone forced you to donate your money that you legitimately earned to charity? How would you like that? No, he wasn't e-begging. He wasn't trying to scam anyone. He wasn't scamming anyone. He made a game, people downloaded it, and they played it, and no one paid him a cent to play it. You are a disgraceful human being, AlphaOmegaSin. I had respect for you, but I do not anymore. And hey, you know what? You're entitled to your opinion. So am I. And you are a hypocrite. You're criticizing him for making money off of a game, but yet here you are making videos on YouTube and getting advertising revenue as well. Per month. Yeah, you do. And you make quite a pretty penny due to the amount of traffic you get. You're a disgraceful person, AlphaOmegaSin. Go fuck yourself. This is Enigma Hood signing off.